I call this special executive session of the town board meeting on September 8th, 2020 via teleconferencing using Zoom with a YouTube live stream to the public due to the novel coronavirus emergency state and federal bans on large meetings or gatherings, and pursuant to Governor Cuomo's executive order 202.1 issued on March 12, 2020, suspending the open meetings law. There is no audience participation. Members of the public may view the board meeting as it is live streamed on YouTube. The executive session portion will be blocked to the public. There's no pledge, no flag. We'll do a roll call vote. Oberly, Supervisor Oberly here. Councilwoman Cunningham.
Here.
Councilman Giuliano.
Here.
Councilman Michael.
Here.
Absent. Councilman Witten.
Here.
Town Clerk Mackin, absent. So we do have a quorum, so we can conduct the meeting. This is going to be a motion to go into executive session. I make a motion to go into executive session to interview for ZBA openings. Is there a second?
Giuliano, second.
Okay. Okay, roll call vote. Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Michael. Absent.
Aye.
Oh, he's there?
Yep.
Okay,
Dean Michael. Dean Michael.
okay. So you just came. And Witten,
Aye.
aye. Okay, motion carried. All right, I make a motion to return to the regular order of business. Is there a second?
Giuliano, second.
That is 6:15. Roll call vote. Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Michael, not present.
He voted already.
Witten,
Aye.
aye. Motion carried. Now we'll adjourn. I make a motion that the town board adjourns the meeting. Is there a second?
Giuliano, second.
Roll call vote. Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Witten,
Aye.
Michael, not present. Motion carried. The meeting was adjourned at 6:50. Okay. I'd like to call this regular town board meeting to order at 6:30 p.m. The Town of Clinton Board held the regular town board meeting on September 8th, 2020 via teleconferencing using Zoom with a YouTube live stream to the public due to the novel coronavirus emergency state and federal bans on large meetings or gatherings, and pursuant to Governor Cuomo's executive order 202.1 issued on March 12th, 2020, suspending the open meetings law. There is no audience participation. Members of the public may view the board meeting as it is live streamed on YouTube. The live stream can be viewed on the town board videos page of the Town of Clinton's website. That's townofclinton.com. There's no pledge, no flag. I'll do a roll call vote to confirm attendance. Supervisor Oberly here. Councilwoman Cunningham.
Here.
Councilman Giuliano.
Here.
Councilman Michael. He's absent, I guess, yeah.
No, he said here.
Oh, he did?
He did.
Oh, okay.
Here.
Okay, Councilman Witten,
Here.
Town Clerk Mackin.
Here.
We do have a quorum. Next item is approved minutes. I make a motion to approve the minutes of the August 11, 2020 special executive session meeting. Is there a second?
Dean Michael,
Julian.
second.
Roll call vote. Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Witten,
Aye.
Michael.
Aye.
Motion carried. Next one is another meeting minutes. I make a motion to approve the minutes of the August 11, 2020 regular town board meeting. Roll call vote. Oberly, aye. Cunningham.
Aye.
You need a second.
What?
You need a second.
Oh, a
Dean
second.
Michael, second.
Okay.
Sorry.
Cunningham, aye. Giuliano.
Aye.
Michael.
Aye.
Witten.
Aye.
Motion carried. Now into supervisors' comments. Your help is needed to complete the 2020 census. We are in crunch time to complete the 2020 census with a completion date scheduled in 3 weeks on September 30th, 2020. Without your support and registration, New York State and Dutchess County will lose federal funding with support. Federal court will lose federal funding with state and county taxes needing to go up and some services will be reduced. Census results affect your community every day and provide data that will impact communities for the next decade. Some examples of the federal funding support are school lunches, highway and bridge construction and maintenance, support for firefighters, families in need, disaster planning, small business development, Medicare Part B, political redistricting, and others. Policymakers use census data to plan and fund many programs that affect rural communities. There is still time to fill out your census form. Visit www.2020census.gov for the online version, which takes about 5 minutes to complete. The phone number to complete the census in English is 844-330-2020. But there are 14 other spoken languages and options for a phone response. If you received a paper census registration either in the mail or dropped off at your door, please quickly complete and mail in to beat the deadline. The response on September 1st, 2020 is not that good, with national self-response at 64%, New York State at 61.2%, Dutchess County at 64.4%, and Clinton with a self-response rate of 62.4%. That means 38% people still need to respond. To do your part now or pay more taxes for the next decade. The Clinton Justice Court operations gets praise. Clinton Town Judge Barbara Seelbach reported that the town court just received a high praise on September 3rd after holding court from attorney Pat Bunato. He was in many different courts throughout the state, and Clinton's is the most safe, sanitary, and secure court that he has been in during the COVID-19. He expressed his sincerest gratitude for Clinton's quality of operation during the COVID-19 time. Jewel Community Power will be holding a public outreach to the community to further discuss their community solar program, where residents can get up to 10% reduction in their electric bill at no cost to them. The program purchases solar electricity from solar farms not located in the town of Clinton. This presentation, followed by questions and answers, will be held on Thursday, that's this coming Thursday, September 10th from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. To get the details for the online presentation, please register. And I'm not going to read the whole thing. It'll be on your minutes of the town board meeting. Your engineer, I know you're registering, will enable you to participate in the presentation and learn more about the program. We'll put it also, this information on the town webpage too. The 2021 rather, budget process with workshops is beginning on October 8th for the highway fund portion of the budget and on October 15th for the general fund portion of the budget. Both workshops begin at 7 p.m. and end when we're done. And I am planning to hold them in person in the town hall. The 2021 budget will be the only item being discussed. The 2021 tentative budget will be available on the town's webpage after October 1st, 2020, or at the town's clerk's office. That's all I have. Old business. Nancy?
Yes. I need to just kind of update everyone with what's going on in Friends Park. Over the months and years, you've heard me talk about the fact the park was deteriorating and that we needed to put some funds in the park to actually make it safer. So we have been out looking for bids to have the roof redone in the pavilion or the bathrooms, etc., at Friends Park. Unfortunately, we ended up tonight with one bid as opposed to the three that we needed. One is coming in tonight and there'll be another one before the week is out. So I will be bringing this up again to replace the fence and the backstop in Friends Park. The funds will not come out of taxpayers' dollars. The funds come out of a thing called subdivision funding that is really dedicated to do just what I'm asking everyone to approve at the right time. And the bids, I'm absolutely sure, will come in well under the $10,000 cap. So I may ask for an executive session to approve this before the next meeting. If not, we will be looking to approve it at the next town board meeting. Okay.
Two comments. One, we do not hold executive sessions to award bids because they got to be publicly done.
Okay.
Executive session is not normally open to the public, so that's one problem.
Okay.
The other one is, it's nice to take the money out of it, but we are not having more subdivisions. So as we take money out, and I'm just making a cautionary statement, we are not replenishing because we've had no subdivisions to replenish the money. So it's a balance. What we're doing is we're spending down future uses of the money. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just pointing that out as a comment.
And thank you for making that point, but this has been ongoing for years.
So-
The roof hasn't been redone
Yeah.
in 25 years. If we're going to open the park next year, hopefully, if COVID, allows, then we want it to be safe, and it's very questionable at this point.
Do we have an
Sorry,
idea?
I'm talking roof. No, that's the next thing I'm going to talk about. The fencing is, the highway department has shored up the fencing continually over the last 3 years to keep it usable. We can't do that anymore. The fencing is in bad shape. And if we're going to utilize the park in any way, we absolutely need to spend this money. Okay?
Do we have an idea of how much money's in that subdivision
Yes,
fund?
it's about 98,000.
So it's been sitting and we haven't used
And
it for.
sitting for, I've never used it that I know of in years.
Yeah, so I mean, the
That's not
fencing.
necessarily true. We got a grant, but we have been using it, here and there, like kitchen stove and those type of things. But, that's what the money is there for. It's not like, we're losing the money. We're investing in the park. And if we don't do the work on the buildings, they're just going to be even more worse shape, and it's going to cost us more money to redo them. So it's not a waste of money. So, and I'm sorry, I should have announced it's Dean Michael.
No, that's you're absolutely right. And I wasn't aware that we used it for the stove, but yeah. We've got another issue besides the fence and the backstop being safe and being usable for next year if we're allowed to. That there's no place else to get that money. There are no currently, unless the census changes the way the town looks today, we have no way to get grants to improve the property at Friends. Okay,
Uh,
that's the only source.
That's not properly true. Community Development Block Grant was available for that area of town for the parks. Before, it was only Fran Mark Park that we could do anything to. This year, it was available there. But the decision to use that money was reallocated at the county level to take care of, I'll say, needy people needing food or electricity or something like that. So it's all been diverted for that purpose this year only. Next year, it should be opened up like a normal community development block grant to buy playground equipment, put walkways in, or whatever is appropriate.
Okay, unless I heard you wrong, Ray, yeah, I was told by you on more than one occasion that because of the census and because of the difference in the median salary and so on in the two parts of the town, that this side of the town for Friends was not qualified to get block grants. That's what you told me.
That was as of last year
Right.
and the preceding 5 years. That was true.
Okay,
This year, it moved, the boundary moved to the other part of town.
okay. Well, if that's changed, we certainly could apply for a block grant, but we need to do something
The next year
by
is
spring.
not a this year issue. The money's been reallocated by the county level.
Yep. Okay, that's number one. Number two, again, we're talking Friends Park for the fencing, the backstop, and the fencing itself. We can't do much more with it. I mean, it's leaning, it's not really usable. And unfortunately, that's going to cost a lot more than what we can do with just a simple vote. We would have to go out for bids if the board approves that and actually have that done. And that's probably going to be in the neighborhood of about $40,000 to replace all that. So it's something that we're going to have to look at in the next few meetings and talk about it more. All right. I just want to give everybody a heads up. Friends Park needs a lot of work. We have other issues that I'm not going to bring up tonight with drainage and flooding and so on, but right now they're the two main issues. Okay.
Okay,
Thanks, Nancy.
new business, Nancy.
Okay. New business, yes. Okay. The position of dog control officer, previously occupied by James Riley, required taking an oath of office each year. The board has determined that the oath of office was not taken in 2020. Therefore, the position of dog control officer must be considered vacant. Okay? As a result of that, and that being said, I want to make a motion that the town board approve that the position of dog control officer formerly held by James Riley be considered vacant due to failing to file an oath of office.
Witten, second.
Further discussion? Roll call vote. Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Witten,
Aye.
motion carried. Next one.
In light of the previous motion, I make a motion to approve the following resolution. Be it resolved that the town board approves resolution number 37 of 2020, approving dog control services agreement with Dutchess County SPCA, and that the town supervisor hereby is authorized, empowered, and directed to execute the attached dog control services agreement and to take any and all actions necessary to implement the provisions of said agreement.
Is there a second?
Giuliano, second.
I got a discussion item.
Yep.
What are we gonna be doing with Pine Plains?
So we had this discussion over email. Pine Plains, the contract that we signed with them just set out how much it would cost the town to house dogs there, but it didn't say that we were required to exclusively use them as the housing for the dogs. So we are under no obligation to house dogs at Pine Plains. It was just an agreement of if we did this year, how much it would cost us until December 31st. But we can house them wherever we choose. Now, this first motion that I made is for dog control services. The next motion is actually for the dog control housing. But either way, we shouldn't, I sent it to Shane to have him look it over, and he agreed that we are not obligated to house dogs at Pine Plains. And I regret that. I like them. But when we use SPCA, we have to use their services.
No, we don't. There are other towns that use them as a pickup place, but they take them to other vets to house them.
Yep.
So we're not doing anything different. Okay. Any further discussion? Okay, roll call vote. Oberly, aye. Cunningham?
Aye.
Yes. Giuliano?
Aye.
Michael?
Aye.
Witten?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Next item is I make a motion to approve the following resolution. Be it resolved that the town board approves resolution number 38 of 2020, approving dog control housing agreement with Dutchess County SPCA, and that the town supervisor is hereby authorized, empowered, and directed to execute the attached dog control housing agreement and to take any and all actions necessary to implement the provisions of said agreement.
Is there a second?
Dean Michael,
Juliana.
second.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have a little discussion. Just, wouldn't it be nice to at least tell Pine Plains I'm not gonna do it there, just so he doesn't lose
Sure.
our bases. Common business practice.
Sure, I'll call them tomorrow.
Okay, I think it's unfair to have.
Yeah, I feel bad. I mean, I bring my own dogs there.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah, it's all just business
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah.
Okay, roll call vote. Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Witten,
Aye.
motion carried. Okay, next one is sale of surplus highway equipment.
All right. So we had a pretty good auction on equipment. There's only a few things that on the original list that isn't going to be sold through the list, and I just want to go over why they just didn't meet their minimums. Was number 8 on the list, which was the 1994 Ford F700 truck. The 1994 Ford F, well, there's 2 of them. I thought one was a 94 and one was 93. But both of them are not, they didn't meet their quotes. We're going to end up using them since we did put some work into them over this past year, just for this year, and then we'll come next year. They will be moved out and retired totally. And then we have a 1990 International truck that we're going to keep and use that just for just having as a backup for that, just so on our app. Everything else did pretty well. So I want to make a make a motion to approve the following resolution. Be it resolved that the town board approves the sale of highway surplus items through absolute auctions as listed on attachment B.
Is there a second?
Dean Michael, second.
Further discussion? All in favor? Oh, that's right, roll call. Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Witten,
Aye.
motion carried. Okay, next one.
Okay. The next one is going to be a motion for, and there's another attachment here for surplus items. And this is non-highway department goods that's been sitting around since in the winter. We did away with the waste oil furnace. So we're going to be auctioning off the waste oil furnace in the holding tank, double wall 500-gallon tank. There's 2 air handlers, actually 3 different condensers that I think were used originally when the buildings were getting redone, and then just for a short period of time. So we set bids, reserve bids on that. So that equipment that's been sitting in the back, we're looking to move that out, and that would go into the town fund on that. So I'd like to make a motion that the town board approves the following resolution. Be it resolved that the town board approves the sale of non-highway 2020 surplus items labeled attachment C through absolute auctions with the minimum reserves listed.
Is there a second?
Witten,
Dean
second.
Michael, second.
Okay, any discussion? Roll call vote, Oberly, aye. Giuliano,
Aye.
Witten,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Cunningham.
Aye.
That's it, motion carried. The next one is override of the tax cap. Just quick background on it. If, and who knows what the number's gonna be this year with all the reduction in revenues, and some of the expenses are going up because inflation, whether we're gonna maintain the tax cap. I don't really know. We've got no official number for the tax cap for this year. I've heard it rumored as being like about 1.6%, but that's just rumored. I don't know if that's the real number that's going to occur. So what we have to do is we have to pass a local law to allow us to exceed it if it happens, and that'll occur during the budget process cycle. If you don't do it so that it's passed before the budget gets approved, you can't exceed it, okay? So the only outlet we have to be prepared. Now, in the past, we've done these, and for the most part, we never exceeded it in many cases, so it just disappeared. But you need this relief to just be safe. So I make a motion to approve the following resolution. Be it resolved that the town board approves resolution number 39 of 2020, a local law to override the tax levy limit for fiscal year 2021. And further, that a public hearing will be held on October 13th, 2020 at the Town of Clinton Town Hall, 1215 Center Road, Rhinebeck, Town of Clinton, New York, at 6:15 p.m. prevailing time, or as soon thereafter as the matter can be reached on the agenda pursuant to New York State General Municipal Law 3-C. Is there a second?
Dean Michael, second.
Any further discussion?
The only thing that I'm wondering what our process is going to be for a public hearing, because up till this point, we have said that we can't do them.
Well, this is just before the town board meeting.
I know. How are we going to do it? Are we doing it live at the town hall?
I guess.
And if we're doing that, why can't we start opening up our meetings to start having public hearings for everything else?
To see how this works out. I haven't discussed it with everybody yet. Hopefully we'll have it live. But
Well, since we're talking about the public meetings here, I don't see a reason. I did speak to Fred earlier on regarding going back to regular public meetings. We can we have probably most of the equipment to set up to still run YouTube live like we're doing right now. We can have up to, I've seen some towns we're doing something by reservation on certain things to come and talk to. I think we can have about 18 people in there. So we can run YouTube as well as cable, so it covers both our avenues on that. I still think we should start working out, getting some sort of a hybrid system going back in with these meetings, and that would also give us some time for trying to work out when we start getting into this process here. I don't see any reason we can't.
so far we have the restriction from the governor of
The thing is that other towns have been able to get around this. I was talking to a friend of mine who's on the school board. It's a school board in Putnam Valley, but they're able to invite only a limited number of people live because there's limits on the room. But they have been able to do Zoom meetings where anybody can show up, and people use that little thing at the bottom called chat. Everybody is muted except for the town board members. And if anybody has a public comment, they type it in the chat. And when they get to the public comment section, they read the chat. So everybody has the opportunity to either show up live until the capacity of the room is set. And if not, then they do it via Zoom and they can go via chat. And we can also invite anybody to email comments beforehand or whatever.
Yeah, it's an operational problem that you gotta solve, okay?
And I think we've had 6 months. We need to solve it.
We can do it.
I agree with you, Mike, on that. I think it's time to start moving forward on that.
Yeah.
So,
Other towns are working out other issues, and we're sitting here just running the minimum that we have to. I've spoken to other towns, and I've seen that them coming with ways to do a hybrid session. We got to start looking into that.
Wide open Zoom, no, nothing else except Zoom and live YouTube. And everybody can go on Zoom.
And we can do live YouTube as well. So you got the cable.
Oh, no.
We already got the cable.
Yeah.
But we do Zoom for everything else, and we could do it on that.
So in the end, I'm saying that I'm happy that we're going to do a public hearing next month. But I think we take this month to figure out. I know we have to. And so I think we take this month to work out,
Right.
if you can with Fred, to work out ways that we can have public hearings going forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any further discussion? Okay, roll call vote. Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Witten,
Aye.
motion carried. Okay, the next one is a formality. Somehow I gotta give the town budget to the town clerk, and the town clerk's gotta give it to the council people at a regular meeting. So we'll just do a 3-minute meeting in the morning to just transfer the paper. I'll make a motion that the town board approves the following resolution. Be it resolved that the town board approves holding on October 1st, 2020, special meeting at 8:30 a.m. in person to distribute 2021 tentative budget to town board. Is it second?
Giuliano
Dean
second.
Michael, second.
Okay, any further discussion? I make roll call. Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Witten,
Aye.
motion carried. Okay, now we're into resignations and appointments.
Okay, there some activity in the justice courts. We had a justice court constable, Robert Williams, who has turned in his resignation. And so I'd like to make a motion that the town board approve the accepted resignation of Constable Robert Williams effective 8/27/20.
Is there a second?
Giuliano second.
Okay, further discussion? Roll call. Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Witten,
Aye.
motion carried.
Next is the resignation of the recreation seasonal maintenance person, Ryan Mackin. Ryan is leaving the town to go to another town locally for a different job opportunity. I would like to personally thank Ryan for the excellent job that he's done this year on cemeteries and parks. I don't think they've ever looked better. So I'd like to make a motion that the town board accept the resignation of recreation seasonal maintenance person Ryan Mackin, effective September 4th, 2020.
Is there a second?
Dean Michael, second.
Discussion I have. We can't accept his resignation because we've never been able to put him on the town payroll because he does not qualify as a maintenance man. And I sent you an email several weeks ago saying that he can either be a deputy something or other or I forget what the other word is. So we got to appoint him
So
to,
recreation season, that's it. Okay,
Can we get an opinion from the town clerk here?
it's semantics here. Recreation seasonal employee.
I think that Ray is referring to the list of titles that come from the county.
from the county titles that we can put him in. They won't accept him right now. So as far as the county's concerned, he's not employed here.
So what do I do now? Now finding this out now?
I sent you an email 2 weeks ago.
No, I did not get any.
Outlining several of these positions
Okay.
that, were coming up that you should think of how you're gonna handle it. Now, I didn't know he was resigning, okay, at that time. And I said, we couldn't put him in that position because we don't have, he doesn't qualify for it. In other words, he's never did construction work. That's the.
All right, so let me ask this question. Has Ryan been getting paid? Has Ryan been getting paid? And he'll
Yeah.
continue to get paid for his hours? And then when he stops working, he's not going to get paid? Okay.
We can't take him off the payroll without him being put on the payroll. And
Didn't we approve him over the
Yeah.
springtime on that?
put in a
mean-
position that he was not qualified to do.
I know, but you're saying that you can't put him on the payroll because we can't take him off unless we put him on, but he's been getting paid.
Understand, it's the county rules. I mean, I don't make this stuff up.
We have seasonal employees,
He's not-
correct? We have seasonal employees. They're registered down at the county, okay? That's what he was originally supposed to be, a seasonal employee. That's what he's being paid, $15 an hour, all summer long. So then I could remake a motion to the town board accept the resignation of seasonal employee, recreation seasonal employee Ryan Mackin, effective September 4th, 2020.
Yikes.
No, you have to rescind the prior one where you appointed him as a maintenance guy.
Okay, so my question is this. He stopped working. He's going to stop getting paid. If we do nothing, what happens?
The county's gonna find when we try to send paperwork in to make it complete.
Okay.
Why, I just don't understand this.
Ray,
So-
do you have the proper titles that would have qualified?
I don't have them in memory. I think it's deputy maintenance is one, but I don't know. There's another one, but I just can't remember what it is.
And would he have been appointed the deputy maintenance?
Yeah, he could have been, but he was appointed maintenance. And when you looked at
He
the,
was appointed seasonal maintenance and he should have been deputy maintenance?
yeah,
Nancy, do you want to rescind his seasonal maintenance? Appoint him to deputy maintenance? And then accept his resignation for deputy maintenance?
Okay,
Yes, right?
okay. So I'd like to make a motion that the town board approve Ryan Mackin as seasonal deputy maintenance,
Second.
effective,
you gotta rescind the prior.
Bert-
motion.
pardon?
We're going to rescind Ryan as seasonal maintenance person effective, what, today?
Today, okay, effective
It had
today,
to be effective when we did it originally. I don't know when it was, but.
April 1st.
April 7th, the 8th, okay? All right. So
And you're going to
everybody-
appoint him
So,
to deputy maintenance person effective April 1st.
Isn't that what I said?
That's what you have to say now.
Now, say that again?
Now you're going to appoint him as deputy maintenance person effective April 1st.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. So I asked the town board to approve Ryan Mackin as deputy maintenance
Person.
person effective April 1st, 2020.
Dean Michael, second.
Jeez.
Okay.
Now accept his resignation.
No, wait, now we got to do
Let's
roll call
approve this
vote.
one.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Witten.
Aye.
Okay, motion carried. Now the next one.
Okay. Now, I ask the town board to accept Ryan Mackin's resignation.
Right.
No, to accept
Yes.
Ryan Mackin as deputy recreation maintenance person, effective, resignation effective today, excuse me,
September
September 4th.
September 4th.
2020.
Yes,
Okay.
okay.
What
Is there
did
a
you say?
second?
Dean Michael second.
Jeez.
Further discussion? All in favor?
Hmm.
Oh, my mistake. Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Michael. Witten,
Aye.
did we lose Dean?
Might have lost them.
Okay,
You might have lost the contact.
yeah, okay. Next one, Nancy.
Okay, that was painful. All right, next one. I asked the town board to rescind the appointment of Rebecca Mills as a part-time clerk working in the supervisor's office due to unavailability and for the position effective September 1st. This is another one that was affected by COVID
Right. Is
circumstances.
there a second?
Giuliano second.
Okay, discussion? Okay, roll call vote.
Well,
Oberly,
hold on a second. As far as discussion, so we're going to rescind her for
working in.
working in there. Do we have someone else that we were looking at putting in there at that point, or no?
We have temporarily Samantha Campbell.
Okay.
Well, I am looking for a replacement so that you,
Do we have to do a motion? Well, I guess we'll get through this motion first.
no,
I
not
don't
yet.
need another one. She's a clerk already.
Okay.
Okay, Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Michael, Witten.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, the next one is, I asked the board to approve the appointment of Brody Rogers, constable in the Justice Courts, effective 9/14/20 at an hourly rate of $22.27.
Is there a second?
Witten second.
Okay, any discussion? This replaces the person that just resigned. Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Michael, Witten.
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, next one.
Okay, just for information, this evening in our executive session, we did interview two very, very qualified candidates for the position that is vacated by Virginia Morrow on the zoning, the ZBA. And we did make a selection. And so I would like to make a motion that the town board approve Russ Tompkins to the ZBA board effective 9/8/20 today, and to replace Virginia Morrow, who resigned for the term of office, and the term of office is for 9/9/20 through 12/31/25.
Was there a second?
Giuliano second.
Further discussion?
I just would like to thank our other applicant, Ian. He's definitely a qualified person, and at some point, hopefully there's another opening because I think he'd be an asset to the town as well. But at this point, we're nominating Russ on this point, but definitely has brought a lot to the table on a lot of our meetings in the past, and I just want to acknowledge that for him.
Okay, Roll call vote, Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Michael, absent. Witten,
Aye.
motion carried.
Back here.
Yo,
Something happened. I got cut off.
you came just in time. It's your turn.
Hi.
You want to vote?
You want the warrants?
Yes.
Okay, I make a motion to be it resolved. The town board approves the September general fund warrant vouchers number 390 through 426 totaling $30,938.26. And the September highway fund warrant vouchers number 182 through 206 totaling $95,047.45.
Is there a second?
Giuliano second.
We'll do a roll call vote here in a moment. Okay, Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Witten,
Aye.
motion carried. Okay. This is a motion now to move funds to balance all the accounts. I make a motion that the town board approves the following resolution. Be it resolved that the town board approves the resolution of 2020, a motion to move funds at the September 8th, 2020 town board meeting. Is there a second?
Dean Michael, second.
Any discussion? Roll call vote. Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Witten,
Aye.
motion carried. The next one is the supervisor's report. I make a motion that the town board approves the August 2020 supervisor's report. Is there a second?
Giuliano second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Dean Michael, aye.
Oh, well, we'll do roll call vote. Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Witten,
Aye.
motion carried. Any other business before the board?
I just want to bring up, it's really not business. Todd with the highway asked me to just to kind of put out, I know it's on the highway report. At the bottom of the highway report, we're looking for some applications are being accepted for winter seasonal employees, such as a wing person. That would be a on-call person that's needed. So anyone that's interested that within our voice, definitely try to get some your applications in.
Okay, thank you.
Well, if,
You should contact the highway department for the information.
Sounds good.
to add to that, we are still looking for a part-time clerical person to help answer phones and do some general clerical work for the supervisor as well. I am out scouring for candidates. If someone is interested, please contact the town hall and we will be happy to talk to you about the job. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Are we looking to replace for the very short time Ryan Mackin in the deputy maintenance person position?
I'm so confused right now. I can't even answer that.
Okay.
No,
No, okay.
no.
Sounds good.
Not this year.
I
All
don't
right.
think so. We're at the end of the season.
Yeah, I know we're close.
And I was going to say before, thanks to Ryan. I mean,
Yeah.
because I've had a lot of people locally tell me, they were really impressed with the, between the cemeteries and as well as the parks. They've been doing a great job all season long on that. So
Yeah,
he'll be missed.
Think about him.
Okay, so I'm making a motion to adjourn the meeting. I make a motion that the town board adjourns the meeting. Is there a second?
Dean Michael, second.
Okay, roll call vote. Oberly, aye. Cunningham,
Aye.
Giuliano,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Witten,
Aye.
motion carried. The meeting is adjourned at 7:18 PM. Thank you all. See you.